Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, or welcome if you're new. I'm Cora and today we are back with another CC collection video. I'm gonna showcase all of the tops that I have in my game for the masculine frame, and let me tell you, it's quite a lot. We've got 279 links today, which yes, this is a long video. I encourage you to get a nice drink, warm drink. It's like freezing outside here, or cold drink if you live in warmer weather, you know, whatever, whatever you want. And just relax with me, sit back, watch this video. Let's hang out a little bit. If you're interested in any of the CC that I'm showcasing today, you'll find links to my Google Doc and my Tumblr down below, where you can find all of the links. As you can see, I put numbers in the video as always, so it will be easier to find whatever top you want. I definitely, after this video, realized that I need to go through my mail CC and clean it up a little bit just because there is so much, and it also inspired me to do another mail creatism video because recently I have gotten a lot of mail CC'd or edited to my game, which is always exciting. Also a little heads up just before so that I don't get a million comments about this. I will not put all of these files in a zip file because it's against the most CC creators TOUs to re-upload their CC, so that's why I'm not gonna do it. We're gonna be respectful. We're gonna, you know, just treasure these CC items for what they are, because we get so much CC for free, and the least we can do is actually go and head over to the CC creators pages themselves and get it that way. And I'm just actually so excited that I have this much mail CC in my game now, because for the longest time I barely had any. I remember when the Sims 4 CC was just in its little baby shoes and there was like barely anything around. It was so hard to get mail CC. And I think especially recently a lot of creators have also added mail CC to their collection, and it's just really nice to see. I don't know, I feel like there's still like way more female CC out there, and that's fine, you know, but I'm just very excited whenever someone uploads like a CC collection that they have worked on, and there's a lot of male CC. I just get kind of really excited for it and want to check it all out immediately. Someone who's like hold on, what is the word? Contributed. Is that the word? I don't know. Can't even pronounce it. Whatever. To that is New Crests. Like, they have so much great male CC out there. A lot of like different collections that they've uploaded with exclusively male CC, and it's just very nice to see that sort of stuff. They also have like a lot of like different modern styles, and it's just all really good. And then there was also a kit released. I actually haven't really looked into it that much. It was like a men's fashion kit, I think modern men's fashion or whatever, with a lot of stuff for male CC, for male Sims, I suppose. But I haven't looked into it because I'm just really not that interested in kits, to be honest. Even if the idea of some of them interests me, I wouldn't buy it just because I don't want to encourage EA to keep putting out kits and kind of lack in the whole expansion pack department. I'm excited to see that they will update the game every now and then with like new free stuff for everyone. Like, I definitely think the game needs that. We're like, what, 7 years into The Sims 4 now, and I feel like there's still so many departments where we're lacking. Especially gameplay for me is just such a big no-no. I also don't really understand like the little scenarios, are they called scenarios, that they added to the game, because it just seems so odd to me that they have taken things that the Sims community has done forever. Like, I remember these challenges back from the Sims 2 days, and I knew they were huge in the Sims 3 days as well, where you'd have like legacy challenges or the 100 baby challenge or whatever, and it feels like they just take those challenges and kind of put them in the game, but I don't really know what the point is. I also have seen a lot of people complain about the time limits on some of them, because obviously if you work or if you go to school, if you go to university, if you have like deadlines, it's not like you can always do all of these challenges, and then it's kind of, yeah, it doesn't encourage you to start it at the time that you have to play The Sims. It's just kind of, I guess, a bummer if people really want to play the scenarios and they can't because of real life stuff getting in the way, which it does. And I feel like they might have extended one of the timelines. I feel like I went into the game and I thought that the scenario that I wanted to check out was already over, but I think it's like called Perfectly Well Rounded or whatever. But to me, those scenarios aren't really a big deal, to be honest. It's just like complete this aspiration and then have 5 friends and like be good in 3 different skills or whatever, which is all already parts of like certain legacy challenges. Or you can play like the Super Sim challenge where you need to basically complete everything in the game. I'm also sorry if you can hear me sniffle and it's a little bit annoying. I'm like, I've got a little cold. I feel fine. I just, I just have a stuffed nose. My voice probably sounds a little bit irritating as well, but let's just try to ignore that. But yeah, those scenarios to me, I don't know, they really don't do anything for me. I don't know, are you guys excited for them? Like, could totally see why some people would be intrigued by it, especially if you don't really know about a lot of Sims 4 challenges. But literally, if the Sims 4 ever gets boring to you, just Google like any Sims 4 legacy challenge, and there's so many of them out there where you feel like your game actually makes, or like there's a point in doing what you're doing, because there's like different things to achieve, and then every generation is kind of different. And to be honest, I get very lazy with my Sims files. Like, I play them and I get very excited at first, and then I kind of get lazy because I don't really know what I'm working towards. I don't know if you feel me on that, but I feel like there's no real goal. And then I'm like, in the 2nd generation, I'm kind of like, okay, I've got money. I don't really know what to do now. But there's definitely certain things I haven't fully tried out yet. I also have just started a new save file where I just wanted to re-explore The Sims 4 University, because I have really not played with that pack enough, and I think it was actually a quite good pack. I don't know. Let me know what your favorite expansion or gameplay pack is in The Sims 4. I definitely need to do a video sometime soon where I rank all of them, because I feel like especially now before Christmas, maybe people want to ask their parents or relatives or whoever to get them a Sims 4 expansion pack for Christmas, and maybe they're like even on sale. I'm pretty sure they will be on sale, or at least some of them will be throughout the holidays, and it's just a good opportunity to grab an expansion pack if you wanted to, I suppose. And I just really need to make a video on ranking them, and I feel like my ranking will be very hard just because I've literally been here since the first Sims days, like the very first Sims game that ever came out. I played that. I played a few like other Sims games on the Game Boy and on the PlayStation and stuff like that, so I've really been here for a while. And if you've experienced all of that and then you compare The Sims 4 to it, you can really tell how much it's lacking. And then people always say, oh yeah, but the graphics are so much better, but like there's also like a time difference, like The Sims 3 was made in a very different time where we didn't have the possibilities to make graphics look that good, and PCs weren't that good yet and stuff like that, like you have to take all of that in consideration. Like, for the time being, when The Sims 3 came out, I was like, oh my god, it looks so realistic, like it's just the times it was for video games. And obviously, like in the latest Sims 3 game, in the later Sims 3 days, it didn't hold up as much anymore, because the Sims games are usually out for like 5 years, and the Sims 4 was also very different as well, because it's more like cartoony and not as realistic. So I think it's just easier to make it last for a while and look good, because it's just a like style choice they went for that kind of works for a very long time, because it's not trying to look very realistic, and then once we have the technology to make things look even better, it's kind of outdated, hope that is like you can understand what I'm saying. But I just feel like it's lacking in gameplay and just kind of character honestly, like, I just miss character in The Sims 4. When you played The Sims 3, there were just so many random things that happen, and you always got like curveballs thrown at you. And then I don't remember if it was in The Sims 2. I think in The Sims 2 you used to have fears, like your Sims had fears that someone would leave them or cheat on them, or like you would set your house on fire, just stuff like that. And it just makes the game so much more interesting. And also they said that they added, like, what was it called, neighborhood changes or something, neighborhood stories, was that it? I don't know if they called them neighborhood stories, that they've added with the last update a few days ago, where I was actually just, it's just shocking to me that that wasn't already in the game, you know, because they're like, hey, your Sims can, like, well, the Sims that you don't play can autonomously get married now and have kids, and you're just kind of like, okay, this is like a life simulation game, you know. You'd expect everyone around you to kind of have a career if you don't give it to them, and like achieve things and have kids and start a family and stuff like that. I don't really understand why it only gets added now, like 7 years into the game. I mean, it's definitely like a step into the right direction, but I feel like it's such a baby step that I don't know, honestly, if once The Sims 5 is out in however many years, like, I don't really know when they plan on releasing it, but I don't know if I will ever turn back to The Sims 4. Maybe I will for like create a sim mode and the build mode if The Sims 5 doesn't really tickle my fancy in that department, but for the gameplay, there's no reason for me to turn back to The Sims 4. I don't know, there's like nothing in The Sims 4 gameplay that excites me, because everything just feels like it's so empty. I don't know, there's nothing really going on. And I know that a lot of people love The Sims 4, and I think especially if it's your first game of the franchise, you obviously won't explore The Sims 3 if The Sims 4 was your first game and then you happen to play The Sims 3 or 2. You wouldn't experience it the same way as I or other people did when we were younger, because obviously the graphics these days are just kind of bothering. But, you know, like back in the days it wasn't bothering, and then if you really just focus on the gameplay of those games, it's just so good and so in depth, and like they just paid so much attention to detail, and there were so many character traits for your Sims, and they really changed your Sim, and there were like chemistry things, so like not all Sims would be compatible with other Sims, and sometimes they just argue out of nowhere. And I played The Sims 3 recently, and it was so hard to find a partner to have a baby with. Like, honestly, my Sims was always miserable because work is so hard for them, and like keeping their needs up is so much harder, and it's not that easy to find love because sometimes the chemistry isn't right between them, and it's really hard to find someone who, and I think it's just more like real life, you know, it's not that easy to find a partner in real life to have babies with. It's not like in The Sims 4 where you meet someone and like it doesn't matter who you meet and you can get married and have kids within one day, you know. One Sims day. It's not like that, so I would just appreciate to have The Sims 4 be more of a struggle. I wouldn't even be mad if there was like a difficulty that you could set, so like make the game harder or easier, because maybe some people just like want to play it casually and they want everything to be super easy, but there's always cheats for that anyways. Like if you really want people to be compatible, you can just cheat their traits to be more compatible or whatever. And you could also always put in Sims into your game that are compatible with your Sims. I don't know if star signs also made a difference in The Sims 3, but just stuff like that, you know, where you actually feel like not everything is always going great and the game is a little bit of a challenge. I would just appreciate that in The Sims 4 as well. It's just, it definitely lacks that, and I miss it so much. And I'm like, a bit nervous for The Sims 4 just because of that, because I know that if it's already lacking in The Sims 4, I'm just kind of scared that The Sims 5 is going to be even more like, oh, look how amazing the graphics are, and then kind of just ignore everything else. And then I also think, obviously, lately they've added a lot more like diversity to the game, but I also didn't really like how there were two kits that added like styles from different places of the world and you had to pay for them, because I feel like everyone should feel included in the game and they should have different styles from all over the world just in the free in the base game, not in the free game. Obviously you have to pay for the game, but once you have the game, I feel like they should just have things that apply to every different culture on this planet, so you can actually feel represented in the game and not add them as like paid content, if that makes sense. It doesn't feel right. I don't know. And it also feels weird that since Cottage Living, nothing has really happened in The Sims. I don't even remember if there was like a stuff pack. Was there? If so, I don't remember. I don't remember a stuff pack or gameplay pack coming out after the Cottage Living, and I don't think there was anything apart from kits. And it's just a bit worrisome because kits are even more just targeted towards things that I think we have enough of in game. You know, we have enough cast items if you have multiple packs. We have enough build items if you have multiple packs. It also doesn't, like, the value of them isn't great. I feel like you pay way too much for way too little. And if you just wanted more furniture in your game and you can't afford a gameplay pack, I would always encourage people to just go out there and get CC. It's like there's so much good free stuff out there that will be just as good or even better as the stuff that EA puts out. So yeah, if like money is an issue, there's so much good CC out there that also fits the game, and that's like that works perfectly fine, you know, as if it was in a kit. It's not like there's not just alpha CC out there, you know, you can get CC that looks like it was meant to be in the game, and I think that's always a better choice than a kit, because kits just feel, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really a big fan. Let me know if you like the kits, let me know. I also feel like they should not be as expensive as they are, because there's almost nothing in them, and also they don't add any gameplay, which is what we lack, well, in my opinion, we lack in the game. So it's just kind of weird that they just add more of the stuff that I feel like we have enough of, and just kind of brush over the fact that The Sims 4 has like very boring gameplay for a lot of people. I know it's not just me. I know there's also people that love The Sims 4 gameplay and whatever, but I know there's also a lot of people who have been complaining about The Sims feeling kind of, you know, lacking, and the characters are kind of weird. Like having only 3 traits, I feel like is also an issue. I also wish they would add way more traits to the game. I feel like with every expansion pack that we get, I'm always like so excited for new traits, and then sometimes they don't add any, and then sometimes it's just like animal lover, and you're just like, okay, great, yeah, cool, okay, that's one more trait for a whole expansion pack. You know, they could really go into depth more there, in my opinion, but I don't know. This video is coming to an end shortly, so I don't want to get into too much more now, but definitely let me know what your opinion is on the whole thing. Let me know if you enjoy The Sims, if you think there's like things that should be improved. I definitely see that they are trying to like put out a lot of free updates, which I do appreciate so much, and that they also add like gameplay things to them, which is just the thing I usually get most excited about. But still, after 7 years, I don't know, it just feels a bit too little. I need more. They need to give me more, but yeah, let me know what your side of things is. Is that what you say? I don't know, you know what I mean. Let me know what you think about all of this, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you liked all of the custom content that I showed off. Let me know what your favorite item was, and with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you all next time. Bye!